Hello, Judith here. Are you scared most of the time? Afraid of stuff that's happened in the past or what might happen in the future? If you are, the chances are you're suffering from clinical anxiety. And this is an illness, and it's an illness that we diagnose by looking at the symptoms. And I'm going to talk about those symptoms in more detail in the next video. Today, I wanted to talk about what is actually going on, mostly physically, in your body and why. So, the thing that's causing you to be scared and fearful is what's going on in your head. Constant chatter, maybe just one voice repeating itself, maybe several voices. Talking about stuff that's happened in the past, that's damaged or upset or hurt you in some way, or things that you might have done which have upset other people. And we generally do both, what might go wrong in the future. So you're spending all your time, or most of your time when you've got it to spare, thinking about the threats to you, the threats that have happened and the threats that might happen. Now, we have a wonderful system called the fight-flight response, which is designed to protect us from threats. But it's designed to protect us from external threats. So when we lived in caves and went out hunting for our lunch, and our lunch was also hunting for us, we met life and death situations on an almost daily basis, and we are designed to respond to those quickly. So the actual response is hardwired and triggered by hormones. The only conscious thing we have to do is firstly register the saber-toothed tiger slinking around the rock, licking its lips, and then decide, can I kill it or should I run back to the cave as quickly as possible? Before we've even made that decision, the fight-flight response physically is underway. And it's getting us ready for action, because whichever we choose, we've got to be at our best physical condition in order to be successful. And fundamentally, we're trying to get as much oxygen into our body and to our muscles as we can as quickly as possible. So we're breathing faster, heart's beating faster, blood vessels expand, all designed to get that oxygen to the muscles so the muscles are in their best state and able to help us fight or run. Meanwhile, there's not a lot of point in digesting your breakfast if you're possibly going to die. So non-essential functions are closed down. Digestive system, immune system, fully or partly depending upon the circumstances. But that's fine, because when we've killed the saber-toothed tiger, or in my case got back to the cave as quickly as possible, then we go, phew, and the whole thing is reversed. Our brain registers we're now safe and puts things back to normal, and everything's fine. Now, unfortunately, by our thinking constantly, or pretty much constantly thinking of the threats from the past and the possible ones in the future, we are activating that fight-flight response, and it's never over because we go on thinking. So we are constantly in a state of being ready for action, which has physical consequences and also has other emotional and mental consequences, which I'll talk about next time. I hope this has helped. I think it helps to understand what's going on, and most importantly, to understand that this is out of your control, because that's how it feels. Your thoughts are your thoughts, but all the other stuff is being driven by something that's hardwired into your brain, the fight-flight response. Now, there are ways of managing it, and there are obviously ways of learning to manage your thoughts, but without knowing how to do those things, then your constant chatter is telling your brain you're constantly under threat, and your brain is responding as it is designed to do. Comments, questions underneath this video if you have any. If this sounds awfully familiar, then go to my website. There are some free resources there. There's some things you can buy. But if it's getting really, really bad, then fill in that contact form or book a half-hour session with me. Let's have a talk about how we can start putting things right. Okay, thank you for listening, and I look forward to seeing you on the next video. Bye.